Oh, how's everybody doing today? A little fruit, tropical summer, fruit salad. Mr. Robot. I'm going to go with the little Mr. Robot background today. All right. How's everybody doing today? Welcome our sponsors, Caesar Sportsbook, free bet insurance up to $1,250. First time users, download the app today. Check your state's age limit. Please bet responsibly. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And we're going to talk about spilled something on myself. We're going to talk about all kinds of Champions League stuff. Got all these plants inside. Allergies. Crazy. See these plants? It's like a million of them. Surrounded by them. We're getting chickens apparently too. Chickens, man. Can you imagine that? All right, so we have all manner of games today. Mostly, there's a championship game today. We might hit on that, but mostly going to talk about these games. And I'm going to start with this crazy. You know, I love to bet on PSG. Well, you can't bet them today. I don't think you can bet them today. Like, what is going on with this? Kylian Mbappe. Maybe he's going to Manchester United? He should have just signed with Real Madrid. Yeah, Abdi, crazy stuff, man. It is like, how did that game end? Wild game. It's just crazy. The penalties. It's just like, I don't know. These games, I'm having a hard time right now betting on the NFL. I mean, there's certain things I think you can do, but I'm just having, a hard time with some of these games because I just don't know where they're going to go. It's just amazing, what you can do. Like, anyway, we'll see what we have. So I'm going to look at the Conference League yet. Going to look at the Champions League. And there are a couple early games today. Waiting to hear about who's going to play for Real Madrid here. Or sorry, not Real Madrid. trying to find this. Here, add Amedeus in. Trying to figure out the. I'm waiting to see what the Real. Sorry, I keep saying Real Madrid. The Manchester City lineup is going to be in this game because the line keeps dropping now. It's down to now I guess it was. I saw it down to a certain number. Now it's back up to 11-15. So maybe they're going to play some guys here. The penalties were ridiculous. Bad roughing the passer calling. Never in my life saw a defensive hold on a field goal attempt. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Snarky Mark. Yeah, look, I mean, I don't even it's getting to the point like the NFL is a little bit crazy. I just don't know who's good and who isn't good right now. I know the Eagles are pretty good, but obviously didn't cover in that game. But I don't know. Maybe totals are the way to go right now, or maybe these games. And I started to talk about refs needed a Raiders cover. Yeah, probably. Started talking about Mbappe. PSG plays today. I was going to be on PSG today. I don't know if I'm going to take him because Mbappe decided to throw a fit and now he wants to leave.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. I was worried for this PSG team even before that, just because they're going to be missing Messi today, and watching Sarabia in the lineup in his place, he's disrupting the flow of their attack. They haven't been able to score goals with him, so already was a little nervous about them. But yeah, I wanted to take a -1 yesterday when it was right around 200. The line has actually gone up in favor of PSG, but yeah, there's all this news coming against them. I would think if PSG wins, I think they're going to win this game, but I think it's going to be by maybe exactly 1 goal. So that's why the -1 has no appeal to me.
Yeah. I just, I was trying to figure out some of these games here that I like today, and I think it's really, I'm a little bit. The Tuesday games today are the Wednesday games from last week. So if I remember last week, Wednesday wasn't a great day for not I'm not saying it was a great day for us to bet, but it wasn't a great day basically for I didn't like the games, and now you're seeing these things here, and it's kind of the same thing. I like the Wednesday games a lot better, I think, but I did like plug in my phone here before it dies. I did like PSG, but now I'm not taking it, so I'm going to look at these earlier games now. I like, Juventus plays Haifa. We saw this last week. It was on.
Can you trust them going into Israel?
I don't know. I mean, I
know they destroyed them last
week. 3-1 last week, and it was, and they gave up the goal. I just think they first of all, they need the game, which is 100%. Like PSG and Benfica are playing today. Juventus needs to win the game. I don't necessarily trust them 100%. Astros, Yankees, Dodgers -5 run line today. Abdi is on those teams. That's probably very good play. I think I can trust. When you look at some of these other games, I just don't know where else you're going to bet. Like, to be honest, it's Juventus to me is a spot that maybe a visiting team can win. Like Manchester City will win, but once again, until I see the lineup, 2.5 is 2.5 is probably a good line there for them, for Manchester City. Over 3.5 goals again, plus 148. Until I see the lineup, I'll probably back away from that. But that would probably be my play in the 2 early games. But when you look at some of these other games, I just don't know. Milan and Chelsea, Dortmund, Sevilla. I mean, Dortmund killed Sevilla, but Sevilla now has a new manager, and I don't trust Dortmund at all. Celtic, Leipzig, that line is weird. Zagreb, Salzburg. Man, I don't know. I know, Zagreb. your team, PSG, Benfica. Benfica now, I mean, take a little bit advantage of the chaos. I don't think Messi's going to play. And now if Mbappe is worried about all this other stuff, that could be interesting. And then Shakhtar, Real Madrid. That's the other game I do like. But would you say, would you take Bill says, Abdi, don't sleep on the Guardians. Yes. That's going to be an interesting series.
I agree with Bill.
What's that?
Cole, I agree with Bill. Cole is pretty. Cole is not the most reliable pitcher.
I think the Dodgers and Astros will be in the World Series. I just think they're the two best teams. I think maybe the Braves could be there as well, obviously, because they beat. They were there last year and won it. But I think Dodgers Astros looks to me the most logical World Series matchup.
I hope so. I have the Astros to win the World Series that I placed like something for FanDuel back in June.
What odds?
Plus 800, I think.
There you go. That's not bad.
Yeah. So like it was all the way back in June. They had like something where it was like a June challenge. You place a bet each week on what they told you. So yeah, one of the weeks was place a $15 bet on someone to win the World Series, and if you completed the thing each week, they gave you 50 free bet credits. And I'm always gonna take free money if they're gonna offer it to me, and it's easy to get. So I put it on the Astros, and I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Astros. I mean, if it's the Astros and Dodgers, first, like, it's crazy because I was sitting there. I played baseball, dreaming of Tyneside. Can't blame them, to be fair. Oh yeah, because they'll pay them $1 billion a week. That's interesting, man. If they get, that would be very interesting. I mean, he only wants Real Madrid, but they don't want to sell him to Real Madrid, so maybe they'll sell him to Leicester, and then he'll go to Real Madrid or something like that for like a crazy sell-on bonus. Yeah, I don't know. Guardians lucky to be in the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, would you take Manchester City minus 2.5 before the lineup comes out, or are you just kind of waiting to see what the lineup is?
I don't like to take 2.5s, but I mean, that's actually a pretty nice line, because you'd think City's probably going to win this game at least 3-0. And even with their bench at that point, like 2.5 is a great line, because even with their bench out there, they could score 3 goals and win this 3-4-0.
See if we can find. If this was Real Madrid, we'd already know, because they release it 3 hours short. They don't even care. Xavier Aduig. What? Everybody's got these predicted lineups. I want to know what the lineup is, man.
Yeah, I don't want no prediction. Tell me who's in there. Man City's got too many players to predict a lineup.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I do think, once again, Manchester City's got some today. Manchester City's lineup is good enough, and their bench is good enough. I mean, they're 3 teams deep. So, if Holland doesn't start, and here's injuries and suspensions: Kyle Walker, groin injury; John Stones, hamstring strain; Benjamin Mendy, police investigation. Oh, is that what's going on with Mendy right now? If Mahrez plays, if Grealish plays, if Alvarez plays, if Diaz, Laporte, I mean, they're just so Sergio Gomez. They're so deep. Yeah, I think, Bill, if Haaland plays, obviously, that's the bet. You're going to get him at, plus 225 to score 2 goals. I mean, that's a great play. I don't know if he's going to start. I think you need to manage him a little bit. I know he's going to be out, but they're playing 13 games in the next month. So, like, you do need to manage him a little bit. He really doesn't need to play in this game. Like, he could come on after in the 60th or 75th minute if they need him to. They'll win this game, anyway. They just need to win. I mean, when you look at the group table,
they still do need to win because, let's say Dortmund blows Sevilla out of the water again because Sevilla is still trash, even with the new manager. They could be right there with Man City. Now, the group is over because those two are going to advance, but I think they care about winning the group, obviously.
I think so. I think City, because I think, I just think, goal difference already. But if City, City doesn't want to get matched up with, like, a PSG or somebody in that first round of 16. I mean, they definitely do want to get, their usual dog and pony FC that they get
especially in such a bad group. Like, you played dog and pony FC 5 times in this group.
See, this game to me, so I mean, we'll go to this. So I mean, I'm gonna try to hang in here until we get to, until we get to these lineups. If we can. I don't know if talk for that long, but that Borussia Dortmund Sevilla game, I know Dortmund needs to win here, and Sevilla just made a managerial change, so sometimes, like, you get that little bounce, and Sevilla is, I mean, honestly, if Sevilla wins this game, I just don't know. They've been really bad, but if Sevilla does manage to win this game, you got. You're going to have to play Man City, but let's see. They play them on match day. They play City on match day 6 at Manchester City. So there's going to be no fans at the stadium because the game doesn't mean anything. There's going to be, City will already have probably won the group because they'll beat Borussia Dortmund in match day 5 and lock up the group. So they'll be playing like nobody in that game. So if Sevilla manages to win today and then can beat Copenhagen while City is beating Dortmund, all of a sudden Sevilla could go through. And they have a new manager. Like, I don't trust Dortmund in this spot. Dortmund should win this game 5-0, but, like, I always say that, and then they don't do it. Like, I don't know if you would take a chance on Dortmund here -1.5 at +125, or is it like, is that something you just probably back away from?
Yeah, it's tough to say because, like, that line's -250 right now. It was -188 yesterday, so there was a massive move towards Dortmund, and, like, I don't know if I would want the -1.5. Maybe yesterday at the 188 because you could still get the -1, but, like, that's a tough one. I
don't trust this team whatsoever.
I know you really can't trust Dortmund, but you can't trust Sevilla either, especially on the road, and they just got smashed by this team 4-1.
I just think that sometimes those managerial changes are tough, and just the way it lines up now. Like, if this new manager comes in and says, listen, I know we suck under Lopetegui, but we're going to change it around. If we can win this game, if they lose, it's over. They're done. If they win, there's definitely 100% a path for them to get out of the group, because then, if they beat Copenhagen, then they move ahead of Dortmund. And then they play City on the last day when Copenhagen's playing Dortmund, and City might just say, Pep might say, listen, I'm not playing anybody, and Sevilla could sneak through. There's definitely a path. I don't trust the path, but I can definitely see it. Foxy says Alvarez with 2 goals. If he starts, yeah, that's +450. Especially if Haaland doesn't start, I think that's interesting. I would definitely. I'm a big fan of his. I thought United should have signed him. We're putzing around for thing, and then City signed him, so it is what it is. But maybe we'll sign him when they don't need him, because Haaland's scoring 87 goals a game. Your game, AC Milan against Chelsea.
Man, I'm still going to take AC Milan +0.5. I'm still going to do it. I know Chelsea's been better with their new manager, but I don't know. I just think this is too much disrespect for AC Milan at home. They play really well when they're at home, and I still don't trust this Chelsea team on the road. They've lost 3 of their last 4 on the road, I think. So, like, you're asking for a lot from them.
I don't know which way to go with this. Like, once again, last week I was talking about this game, and I just, it's just, I don't trust he's playing better. Graham Potter's, working wonders and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Milan needs it. Let's go back to that table.
The group is very close too.
Yeah, I would be stunned. See, that's the thing. If Milan wins today, and goes to 7 points, or even if it's a draw today, 5 points, I would think Milan or Chelsea could get results in those next 2 games against Salzburg or Zagreb. But it might come down to, like, if one of those 2 teams falters, maybe Salzburg goes through, or Zagreb if they win today. I mean, you're right. It's very close. This will be match day 6. I know we talk a lot of times about these match days, and I've seen Manchester United 100 times like this, where it's like in the last 5-6 years when they've been sucking it up. Like, you go down to match day 6 and you're like, all we need to do is get a result at Wolfsburg or something like this, and then they end up losing 3-2. This is going to come down to that, I think, one of these kind of groups.
Yeah, this group is definitely going to come down to match day 6. Nobody's going to be resting players in that game.
I might throw a little bit. It's tough. I mean, either way. Yeah, lineups are out in 10 to 20 minutes right now. We got Rick Fortenbaum maybe trying to get on the show here. Give me a call. See if he wants to come on the show. Can't even find this thing now. Yeah, so I just that game to me, I probably just back away from it, but I do think there's money that you can make either, here. There's good ROI. I like other games better than that today.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my AC Milan and just gonna hope for the best.
All right. We already talked about Dortmund Sevilla. I don't love the game. Celtic Leipzig. Any interest in that game?
And I don't trust Leipzig at all on the road here.
They are, this group is, once again, I mean, Real Madrid is leading it, but somebody's going to have to come through this group.
Celtic's going to be desperate here.
Leipzig can really put themselves in very good position if it can win today in Scotland. But same thing, Celtic I think is the same way. I mean, Sterling to score today could be a play. I think that could be interesting. If Chelsea wins, someone's got to score those goals. I don't know where they're coming from at this point. I'd be interested to see that lineup as well. But yeah, Celtic or draw is -127. I mean, at home, that league is so dog and pony. I can't. It's really hard. What about your Zagreb team here at home at +175?
Yeah, man, they're the better team. The line makes no sense.
Does it have to do with last week, you think?
Maybe. And to be fair, Zagreb scored a goal in the 90th minute to tie that match, which they took away for offside. So, like, in no way can you sit there and tell me Salzburg dominated Zagreb and was the better team for 90 minutes, because they weren't. And, Zagreb, They're great at home. I gotta say, like they score like 4 goals a game at home, 3 goals, 4 goals. They're crazy. If this game opens up, they're gonna score the goals. Salzburg, I don't trust them on the road. I know they're leading the league right now. They got back to the top of Austria. They're 8-2-1, but I still don't think they're the best team in that league, man. I see the way they play teams like Sturm Graz and Lask Linz. They don't play them well. And that tells me if you can't beat the best teams in your own league, that tells me you're really not as good as your record says you are, even though you're 8-2-1. Okay, that's nice. You're beating up on all the bad teams. But when you finally had to play a Lask Linz or something like that, you didn't get the win. So that makes me nervous, especially here on the road. It's always nervous traveling to a different country. It's different traveling within your country. I think Zagreb's a better team. I really do just think Zagreb is a better team.
Yeah, to me, that offers a little bit more value, I think. I mean, once again, though, I mean, either side you play, it's value. It was a penalty between the two that changed it, and once again, they had the goal disallowed. So, at plus 175 might be a little bit of a value play there. PSG Benfica, I mean, it's a circus. Mbappe will probably score 5 goals today. Just get pissed off and score.
That'd be nice.
If he plays, but you just don't know. I mean, if he's throwing his toys out of the pram and wants to leave, like maybe they'll sit him out here, and then this Benfica 575 looks really good to me.
They can't sit him out. They're in real trouble if they sit him out today.
I think they're in trouble anyway. Hopefully United sends PSG De Gea and I don't even know. We'll put a stick in goal if we get Mbappe. And then the late game or the final game on the board is Real Madrid Shakhtar. Shakhtar's been okay. The game was 2-1 last week, but it wasn't a 2-1 game. If you watch the game, Real Madrid had 32 shots. They had 32 shots. They hit the crossbar, the post. They hit the crossbar. They hit the post. Like, it was an absolute, utter domination by Real Madrid in that game. They completely dominated the game. 100%, I think. I know they want to play well here ahead of the Clasico. They're playing on Tuesday, so they get an extra day off. I don't see anything other than an easy. It's going to maybe 2-0. You get Real Madrid at minus 1.25, minus 1.5 at plus 116. I think they win easily. I don't know who's going to score the goals. Probably Benzema's minus 159. You got Vinicius Jr. at plus 140, which I think offers you a little more value. Obviously, Benzema takes the penalties, but he's been missing, so maybe somebody else steps up. I really like this game. I don't know about the over. I would maybe take a chance on the you know what? I don't even like that too much. I think this ends maybe 2-0. Real Madrid, maybe 3-0. 2-0 is plus 650. I don't know if you like that game. I
don't know. I don't like the way Real Madrid has been playing lately and on the road here. It's a tough one for me. I need to see them. Hopefully they come out, destroy them, because maybe I'll take them to beat Barcelona on the weekend. But like this.
They'll probably have more fans in Poland than Shakhtar does at this game. That's the crazy thing. Where are they playing this game? Polish Army. It's the Polish Army venue. So it's going to be interesting. That's the one game. And I think the Juventus game, of all the games today, if I had to focus in on 2, and then obviously Manchester City of Holland starts, excuse me, minus 2.5. But to me, some of the other ones, I just think you can find reasons not to bet them. I think you could probably find reasons to bet them, but we'll see.
I'm with you when you say tomorrow's games are much better.
Yeah, I just I always try to find value here in these games because it's match day once again, match day 3, 4, 5. I just, I don't want to force these games. I feel like I'm in one of these stretches here where I'm like around, like I had like a parlay on the weekend, like a 6-team parlay with like a couple college football games, a couple of things, and I'm like right there, and like one game will be off, or like 2 games will be off. Santos turned up in a big way last night to cash my parlay. Did you hear about Chelsea trying to buy Santos to have a multi-club model? Santos rejected it. Wow. How about that? Guy Todd Bowley's buying everybody.
I read something else about somebody else trying to buy someone. I forget what it was, though.
Todd Bowley probably tried to buy him to make him the Dodgers AA team or something like that. That's probably what happened, Foxy. It probably wasn't even about that. But yeah, look, they were big last night. Fox, yeah, look, Bill, if you have Twitter or Instagram or whatever, make sure you're following Foxy. Or if you don't have Twitter, get an account and follow me and Amedeus and Foxy and these guys are there's some good people and there's a lot of bad people. There's a lot of people posting stuff about like, oh, I hit for my 17-star lock of the year last night. Like
17-star.
There's one guy that always has a lock of the year every day, and I'm like, bro, like, what?
How is it a lock of the year
every day? Like I just don't understand. Like, you gotta like, I don't know. Maybe I guess people fall for it, but like, there's a lot of people on there that give out good information too. Like, you have to sift through and find them. But you have to, once again, you have to trust your own eyes sometimes. Like, you have to, I watch a lot of games. So, like, I think when I start getting in trouble, I start listening to other people, too many people. I think I've told the story about that at the horse track. Like, this guy's got this system, this guy's get this system, this guy's get this system. And, like, it's like my head spins listening to them. They all sound good. And then, like, the race goes off and like none of them win. I mean, it's like, because it's like just random. Like, nobody knows.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But yeah, look, Bill, if you don't have Twitter, just, maybe I would make an account and jump on there and, just you don't need to go TikTok. You don't need to go like fully into TikTok and all that stuff and get crazy. But, we'll see if this lineup's posted yet. Confirmed lineups are out. Just tell me what the confirmed lineup is, man. Lineups. Confirmed lineup. Okay. So no Holland. Julian Alvarez starts up top. Jack Grealish and Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Gundogan, Gomez, Laporte, Akanji, Cancelo, Ederson. So it's actually a pretty strong lineup. Can't believe they didn't bring they brought him Holland, go back to Scandinavia. So no Foden, no Silva, no Holland, no Diaz. So there you go. So I would probably maybe switch my play a little bit to maybe Alvarez to score 2 goals, or maybe Grealish to score, or Mahrez usually comes up big. But I would be less inclined to throw.
Oh, well, I don't know what happened to Sean. I'm sure it's just some technical difficulties.
I have no idea. I pushed the back button by accident. I would be less inclined to bet City minus 2.5 now. I think they win this game probably pretty easily. Alvarez is very good, Mahrez is good, but maybe see what the line does. Maybe the line will move down a little bit. Let's see if it's moved. Yeah, look at that, minus 90.
700.
It dropped $2 in price. You had 700?
I got 7. It went from 11 to 7 on Bet365.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
big drop. Big drop for sure. But that's still a strong lineup. Like
yep. No, I mean 700 minus 2 now is probably about minus 140.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that,
They're still probably going to win 3-0 because it's not like they didn't bring Holland. He's still on the bench.
Yes.
But I doubt they're going to put him in only if things go awry. But yeah, that's a good lineup to me. I think that
City minus 1 first half, minus 113 Asian handicap. I think that's a decent bet, but this is kind of why you have to make sure you wait to see, because that line just moved like crazy. And then we will see if Juventus has a confirmed lineup. Yes, they do. Vlahovic and Di Maria, Snake, Winston, McKinney, Rabiot, Paredes, Quadrado, Danilo, Bonucci. I don't even know. These guys are bums, but I guess they'll probably win. That team stinks, by the way.
They're so bad.
I don't understand. How did they get that bad?
They just are. They never invest in a solid goal scorer. Notice the only time they were good is when Ronaldo was basically anchoring the forwards for them. That was the only time, because they could score goals, and they won the title that year. And as soon as he left, they're garbage again. They have a strong midfield, but that's about it. They can't push the ball up.
Still just what's Man City halftime full time. It's about minus 250. I would probably just rather. I would just go with maybe first half, or maybe, I don't even know. I stick with them at minus 2.25 is minus 121. I mean, you could probably stick with them at minus 2.5 now is plus 105. I mean, it's not the worst bet ever. I think they probably still win, but it's just less likely they're going to win 8-0 without the robot up front. So Alvarez to score is minus 114. So it's not bad. Mars to score is plus 170. I think that's not bad.
I think that's really
how
good.
they do this though, De Bruyne, plus 170. Yeah. How's he scoring from the bench, bro? Oh no, he's playing. That's right. So yeah, he is playing. My bad. That's on me.
He doesn't really score a lot of goals. He's the setup man.
Vlahovic to score, Alvarez to score, HAB, I think, or AB, sorry. Yeah, look, I think that's a decent play. I think Juventus wins, probably close, low scoring. I think City probably wins 3-0. Alvarez scores. Maybe Grealish scores and Haaland comes on in the 75th minute, maybe to put the game away, something like that. That's how that'll play out.
I think Mahrez is going to score.
Mahrez could score.
I think if you take him at the plus money, you're getting a little bang for your buck.
That's right. All right, so I'm not sharing the screen. That's right. I forgot when I got kicked out, the screen share ends. Yeah, look, those are probably the plays. I don't really love the other stuff. There's not a lot of stuff going on tonight, so those are probably what it is. There's a championship game. There's a couple League One games. There's a couple youth league games. I don't even think you can bet on. So this is it. Unless you want to bet Denmark women against Australia women, or Costa Rica women against Philippines, and you can't even get score updates on that. So that's going to be super dodgy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Don't bother.
Yeah, that I don't like. I don't like when there's not the updates.
No. So, all right. So basically, that's what we got for you today. We'll be back tomorrow. I got to try to figure out just make sure you're. We might have to do the show a little bit earlier tomorrow. I have a meeting in Newark at 11. So, actually, how are we gonna do this? We'll let you know. Maybe we might have to do the same thing we did like Thursdays with the thing. Do it like one Tuesday night. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do it in the morning or something like that. We'll discuss it. Just make sure you got the alerts on, so when we go live, that you can join that and jump on. So. All right. Thanks for watching today. Any questions, make sure you're following us on Twitter so you can find that stuff. Where can you find your picks?
Yeah, you can find my picks at pickadvisor.com or bigowl.com.
Big Al. Let's go. All right. And we will see you either later tonight or tomorrow.